right. All right, what's up, everybody? Rock and roll. So, let's get the chart pulled up here. That should look pretty dope. I got the dual monitor setup going now. Super stoked about that. I got the monitor above. You can't see right now. But I got the monitor above behind the laptop. And I got the regular laptop in front of me here so that we can do two things at once. You know what? Let's see what the other group thinks. You know what? They don't seem too happy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to delete. So look, tried to be cool. I tried to be cool and post some stuff for another group just to show them how TA works. And what I got was, let's not post any more of that. So I am deleting it now. God forbid anybody try to type anything good. All right, we got good sound. About 6 of y'all in here. All right. So let's get the big chart pulled up here of XRP. There we go. And I'm going to use this Poloniex chart on TradingView. And I'm also going to use CoinTrader here because there's more data there. And I can explain it a little better if I need to with CoinTrader rather than trying to use the only chart that I can find that has the data, which is Poloniex. It's getting frustrating trying to use TradingView sometimes because they don't have the data that we need, and we don't get what we need to get done because we can't read it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna bail on this group. They don't. All I've done is try to help. They don't want to help, bro. Everybody else got audio and stuff in the comments. I see Ricky said it sounded good. What's up, Mr. Fib? What's up? Let's see who's in here. Sam, Ricky, Frank, Darth. What's up? This is public and going out to everybody. Let's, you know what? I don't think we can put it on Twitter. I don't have Twitter pulled up on here. Can I get Twitter up on? I don't think I can. All right, no worries. Let's just dig right on into this. So, I got my Fireball out. What we're going to do is do one shot first for the homies, aka XRP. You let us down for 2.5 years. The least we can do is get one shot in. And, yes, sir. We about to get lit right here in a second. Now, this isn't actual Fireball. This is Tennessee cinnamon whiskey that I got at the moonshine tasting. It's been in the freezer for like a month. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty good. The only thing is, I only can get it when I'm in Tennessee because that's the only place that sells it. So, we'll do one shot here for the homies, aka XRP. You did nothing but let us down for a really long time, as you can see. So, in light of showing y'all terrible news on XRP for 2.5 years, but I will show you the bright side at the end. One down for the homies. Yo! Yo! That's right. Chilled, ice cold. Alright, no chasers. Ain't no bitches around here. See who's in here? Real fast like. It says I got 8 in here. That's pretty cool. I have, I think, almost 700 subscribers. Most of them aren't going to care about this. I don't really care if they don't care about it either. But we'll get on into it. So, I got XRP pulled up here on the monthly from the very first moment it ever was conceived, all the way back here in 2013 when it started being charted. XRP was actually created in 2012, but we don't have any data for that. So the best data I can get is all the way back to 2014 or 2013 when it just first came on the scene. So as you can see, we had a monster run up right here. We'll actually draw it out for everybody so you can see it. We had a peak and a valley and a peak and a valley, and we had a nice run up and another one. So we've actually measured this out before. We'll do it real quick so everyone can see it. And lately, CoinTrader here has not been working very well for me pulling fibs at all. It has been super jank. Twitchy. See, like, I'm just going to redo it. The monitor is a little high, but you know what? That's all right. I don't really mind. It feels high, but not so high that I can't deal with it. So, technically speaking, we did a perfect 1618 retrace. Bounced around on the 1414 line for a few months. I've explained this before, but it lost 50% of its value from this little peak down. Actually, 72% of its value. 72% of its value. So you're going to look at this and say, oh my God, look at this amazing run up. But, you know, 70% of the meat was right here. The chart actually, because it's on log scale, shows you a finer print, but, you know, it's on log scale, so it's a little bit more difficult to see. So the important reason why we want to know the 72% dip here was because we had lost 72% of our income. We could have saved that income had we followed the simple rules of fib retracement, which is when it goes to 1618, you get out. Now, sometimes it goes to the 2 line. I understand, and you may lose a little. But if you had have sold up here when it hit the 1618 line, you would have saved 72%, and you could have rebought way down here, okay? Or rebought up here and still saved a lot. You could have rebought maybe here at the 50% line. Okay, 50%. You wouldn't take that? I would take that. Hey, fellas, if you could, see if anybody else in the Telegram group wants to come over here because the new guys are in there. Well, I got it right here, idiot. Let's see. Looks like it. This guy says real quick, hey Keith, I know this, appreciate what you're trying to do on the chat. The administrators try to confine the price talk to mainly Zenfin, but older guy like myself and some newbies, and those that don't trade, could definitely use some guidance. We're not that far away from mainstream adoption, so thanks for what you're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him real quick, does he want to come join? I kind of get it, but if you'd like more info, feel free to let me know, and I'll add you to our group. We only do TA. Alright. And this guy says Zenfin is the best undervalued project now. That's, you look at the charts, we know better than that, right? Yes, like and subscribe. That's what I didn't put on the layout thingy here. I didn't want to be all cheesy and have people just jump for my stuff here. So what I did was simply put, I got the No Hopium, just hardcore TA at the top, and I've got this is our charting 101. If anybody would like to follow me on Twitter, feel free, Carolina Keith _1. Same thing for our Discord channel, Carolina Keith _1, and I'll shoot you over to the group if you really want to learn TA, which I hope you do. And my Facebook is obviously my name. So if anybody wants to join my Facebook, laugh at funny memes, and enjoy stupid random crap that I share all day long, feel free. So anyway, we'll get back to the chart here. I got mildly distracted by the Telegram. Hopefully some of the new guys want to come over here and learn this. I really want the new guys to see it. If you'd like to like this video, though, I would appreciate it, because the more likes we get, the more views we get, the more the algorithm goes up, more people will watch. Now, we looked at all this before on another video of the run-up. All right, let's get away from this run-up here, and let's look at just the rundown. So, we've already learned that when we have a chart that goes up, things come down. We already learned that a lot of times when we're looking for how far it's going to come down, that's what our support lines are for. We have a clear support line here on the monthly. We have a clear support line down here. We have a clear support line right about here. That doesn't leave a whole lot to be desired up here now, does it? So from what the chart showed me, I see a support line here. We always do support lines first. That's our first rule of charting. We want to start with our resistance lines. We put our resistance lines in to learn where the rest of our chart's going to go. I don't care whether it's moving averages, whether it's exponential moving averages, which are EMAs. It doesn't really matter to me. They always run back to the resistance lines or support lines. When we're on top of a line, it's support. When we're under it, it's resistance. Simple as that. I got 3 or 4 main lines in here now. You can look at this and tell that if we dip below this line, it's havoc because it's 3 cent-ish. We can dip down to the weekly, and I'm actually going to chart this on the weekly from now on out because I want to see a little bit more. And you actually see that we have maybe 2 lines in here. We have one around in this area that we can kind of adjust a little bit here, right about here, because we hit points here, here, and here. And we actually have maybe a weekly line in here, right about here. We'll change this one to red, from red to orange, I'm sorry. I do orange for weekly, I do red for monthly. Daily, I usually do pink or some other obscure color. I want bold colors so that I can see it brightly. All right, so we made our nice run up. And what happened? We got stuck up here. Now, why did it fall the way it fell? Well, quite simply, we ran out of resistance and support. We had another weekly line in up here, because we clearly have one right here. Okay, we've hit it a lot, but the problem was above this, we had no support. When this chart took off and did its move here and went up, there was no support here. And if we add a retracement fib to it, which we use all the time, we'll pull it now from wick to wick. You see that it done some crazy stuff here. It went beyond where the chart showed that it should have, okay? In fact, it did an odd move. It did a move that was unlike a typical technical analysis move. It went past the 1618 and the 14. Now we could add our 2 line in here because we've seen it run to the 2 line some, and I'll do that now. And it still went over the 2 line, okay? Fair enough. But what we do notice is, when we stretch this out just a little bit here to get a little bit better view, and we move this line over here so we can kind of see it a little better. They're right about here. We hit our 1618 line after the fact. So it shot up, went past our normal stopping points, way past it, but it ended up coming back down and checking on the line right here, right where we thought it would end up. So even if you sold here at the 1618, because that's where we like to sell at, right? If we sold here, why did it come back down and do this? Well, quite simply, it didn't run a normal sequence. When we run beyond a 1618 or a 2, we have a hard retracement. There's no support up there. We want slow, controlled moves from the bottom up. And this gives us nice, clean lines that break and hold over and over and over again, so the chart never has to go back down that low again. When we have these large run-ups, we have harder retracements. I know that sucks. It's just the way it is. You guys still got some stream here? Can you still hear me? We've only done a couple live streams, so I'm still working to make sure it works correctly. If not, I think I'm recording here, so yep, we're recording. All good. All right, good deal. Alright, so we did our 1414, we did our 1618, we went way beyond it past the 2 line, and it ended up coming back down and checking up on our 1618 line. From this point on, our run up was over. Okay, we had to start looking for some kind of retracement, just like we had here. Well, guess what? We got it. Only here, when we came down and did our retracement, it held, had support, it had a support line to hit right here. Whereas this one came up and retraced, and there was no support line here to be had. There's nothing. Support's way down here. So let's erase this fib set, because we've already know what it did. We've already learned that one. Now we can go back and try to look and see if we had a clean retrace from the top. You know, we're looking for retracements constantly for corrections. It's from the bottom up, because we had an up move and we want to see how far back it's going to come. All right, so we had a clean run up. We hit the 38. We came down to the 50. It bounced and tried to go up, but it couldn't pass the next fib line. You see that? It got stuck in here. When we have one floating, this is why we teach, when we have a floating fib, they come back down, just like Bitcoin is doing right now. Okay, Bitcoin right now is floating in between. It's going to come back down some more, in my opinion. So we came up, didn't make it, and it took another dive. Let's stretch this out a little bit more so we can see a little bit better. And we start to see that, and this is weekly now. This took several weeks. This is a long time in the making for this move to actually happen. This is so far just to this one. Whoops. I think I said 84 days. Shoo. 77, 84 days, 2.5 months, almost 3 months. Almost 3 months. That's a lot of time waiting for this thing to still not get down here and complete a move. All right? That sucks. Came down, didn't make its move. Tried to get up and go over the 50. This is where we start seeing scary stuff happen, okay? It still hasn't come down and done its whole move yet, and it's still riding down and riding sideways slowly, looking for support that it doesn't have. Finally, down here, it hit some support. It actually dipped below it, but as we've seen before, it pulled right back up over top of it and played with the line a little bit. See that? You could probably add another line in here, a daily line, I bet. And look, right there, hit all these points here, points here, points here, hit some points here, here, and it rode on top of this. Look how long it rode on top of this, sitting on support, just sitting there, waiting to do something. An interesting layout, okay? It finally came down to 786, got back over the top of it, freaked everybody out for a little bit, and tried to go again. Now, this is where we see these down moves happening and up, and down moves happening and up. So we can start to measure these, okay? We clearly were in retracement, and it clearly didn't break it. So let's see if it didn't break it a little closer. We can measure these downtrends. This is in the top, and we're going to, here we go again with this damn retracement not working. I only clicked the button one time. All right, so let's start with this one. Here. From the bottom, we came up and did a 382. That sucks. Not good. Not nice. Came down, did a 382 and went right back down again. When we see a 382, that's a super continuation dump. Okay? Nothing you can do about it. Just got to roll with it. Now that we know that, we move over to our next spot, our next highest peak, because we got lower highs and lower lows. That's a downtrend. Lower highs and lower lows. What happened on this one? Ooh, this one got a little salty, didn't it? Sure did. This one came down, broke our 50 fib, but couldn't hold it. It got stuck in between 618 and 786. If you saw the beginning of this stream, what did the screen say? It said 786 assassins, didn't it? And I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. Boom! 786 assassins. That's why it says that. The guys over here in the chat with the blue wrenches, that's the 2-butt crew. Ass ends. 2-butt crew, because they're assassins. The 786 line did not break, and it dumped more. Foop, right there. All right, hang on a second. We're buffering. Yield 786. No joke, bro. Y'all still got good picture? It's saying I'm not receiving enough air. No, blah, blah, blah. So. I'll type it out here. Getting warm in here now after that fireball. Okay. He says we're good. So I'm going to take a word for it. All right. Now that we've seen a couple. Yeah, there it goes. It just popped back up for me. Let's switch back to the monthly and just have a glance at that, because I always like to look at the longer time frames. Longer time frames tend to lend more information to us and show us a little bit better what's going on. Now, looking at the monthly, this thing's still doing its job. It came up and dipped and hit the line. So let's just do a little retracement pull on this one. Good deal, fellas. I appreciate it. The 786 assassins know what's up. Hey, what's up, Man on the Moon? Are you from the Telegram group or what? Because I don't know Man on the Moon. If so, I'll give you a 2-butt crew wrench. But I don't know, because some people's names are different on here. And we do this shit live. Well, that might be Darren, because he said he was going to jump in. He just said he would be a little late. Let's see who's in here. Yeah, we'll pop up in a second. He'll tell you. Y'all can wrench him if he is a Telegram group guy. All right, so on our monthly, we had a downtrend. Let's just do our little arrow here so everybody knows. Boom. Downtrend. Fair enough? Can you see that? Everybody can see that. It's not rocket English. Downtrend. We tried to reverse. We did a 382 and bounced. The good news here, okay? The good news is we didn't do anything more than slap the 382 and go right back to support. However, right here, we lost support. So let's erase this fib set and do another one. This is where we get super technical because it's starting to get hairy, man. This is what worries me. We came down and hit another support line right here on this red line. From this area, June 19. Hey, fellas. Did you hear what I just said? June 19. And since June 19th, we haven't really dipped down hard and done another really shitty move. We came down, tested this big support line here on the monthly, which we can dip back down to the week and just have a gander. Yeah, see? The monthly showed us all along that the June 19 area was the correct place to be pulling these fibs from. Okay? That's my fault for not catching that to begin with, and that's another shot for making an error. Every error that I make is a shot, fellas. Oh, I have to work tomorrow. Boy. Oh, boy. I admit my errors, unlike other YouTube people. When I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. Gotcha, EJ. What's up, my dude? When I'm wrong, I admit it, and I will own up to it. I didn't catch all these coins on the monthly. Oh, boy, I'm going to be sweating. What you on, Darth? What you drinking? Whew. All right. Breathing fire. So when we look at the weekly, we're pulling from June 19 to the bottom. Should have been doing that to begin with. My fault for not catching it. As we've came down here, hit our line, we made a 382 move, the same move that we made back here, if you remember, that 382 move that looked really spooky, and dipped again. Well, we did our 382 line, only difference is we had support here this time, okay? We had support. We had the support. We didn't have that before. Now that we got it, what's going to happen, okay? Well, we've went over the big monthly support, and we're at weekly support now. As you see right here, I have a weekly line drawn. And I want you to look what the price is. Okay? Bouncing on weekly support. Will it dip below it? It's a possibility. I'm not really sure if we dip below it or not. Support lines tend to play around. So when I see one get broken, I don't immediately think it's just going to go up there and take off and keep going. When we saw some of these lines getting broken, you know, a lot of guys went, oh man, we're going, and it's just popping through lines. Well, it did kind of just pop through lines, but for the most part, it didn't do that. XRP has a historical accomplishment of always stopping at resistance lines. If you're wondering why it did the move that it did in 2017, it was no resistance. Now we have all of this chop for this chart to work back through. All of it. And it's not just 1 cent or 2 cent chop. We're at $3 and almost $4 up here worth of chop. Okay? That's going to take a while to get through. The good news is we're trending up. Okay? We're trending up, not down. For the first time in forever, we have broken this trend line. Let's draw a little trend line here. This is why we do trend lines, fellas. Oh, yeah, bro, shot punishment. In a man's world, when we're wrong and we admit to it, we have to make up for it. And I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong. So I was wrong. It's my fault. Should have saw it. And I'll make up for it by destroying my ability to work tomorrow like a normal human. All right, so we had a clear trend line here get hit and hit and hit back here. Like, it's not a perfect trend line. We could probably get fancier with it and try to draw it tighter. We could probably do monthly. Let's do monthly. That's pretty good on the monthly. See that? We had a clear downward channel right here. Okay? Not that hard to see. Bro, you were wrong 5 times a day. Well, you know what you got to do? that 5X shot. To quote Nick Diaz, if y'all know who Nick Diaz is and you just start watching UFC, but he used to wear a shirt on the way out to the ring, and the shirt said, "Don't be a bitch, homie. Don't be a bitch, homie." I'm an awful human. All right. So, we've finally broken our trend line. We're over resistance. We got major support here. So now we have some mid-level support. We're in between two lines. There's so many more lines up here. But quite simply, we didn't have any support. And that's the whole reason that XRP didn't stay up here. Now, the whole reason it went as far as it went was it had very little resistance to get through, okay? There was hardly anything back here. From 0.03 to 6 cent. That's the only resistance. The only resistance. Okay? That's it. And if we stretch it out a little bit here and don't have it bunched up so tight, you can see that it really wasn't that much, okay? It's just not. We'll put it on the daily so we can get an even better look at it. There we go. The beautiful thing about XRP is, fractally speaking, it's run the exact same move multiple times. So one could assume it'll do the same thing again when it catches support. And I think we have caught support, okay? I believe we actually have. For the first time in a while. Yeah, I didn't take no chaser, my dude. That's just straight up whiskey, bro. Whew. I'm feeling it already. That shit's hot, man. I know it's cold and it goes down smooth, but that shit's hot. Oh, I got some messages over here. Let's see how pissed off people are. All right. Let's read this. I'm waiting for my XTC to be released on Alphabet staking. On which stake trade after that? Which of the trading coin tokens Alphabet exchanges do you feel can handle 7 million XTC trades? If I can successfully trade enough to profit, I can back up XTC Masternode when they released. If you have to check Alpha trading activity to answer this, please don't hurry on my behalf. If you think of this next time you're on AlphaX, check trading volume and let me know what you think. Thanks, I appreciate it. None of that matters. None of it matters. Doesn't matter. What does the chart say? What does the chart say? EJ, you're right, bro. Whiskey don't need no chaser. You don't need one. You just got to man up and do it. I'm going to move this monitor because this is making my neck hurt. I got to figure out how I'm going to lay this out better. Do I try to put it on the side over here? But then I'm going to be looking to the side the whole time. Or do I chart down here and put the stream up there? Let's try that real quick. How about that? Okay. Hold tight. Let me move this up here. Move this down here. Hey. Maybe I should have done that to begin with. Dumbass. Put this up here. Dual monitors is so awesome, y'all. I want to do the 4 monitor thing like I saw on a stream online. Dude had 4 monitors. So badass. So badass. The guy's asking which exchange or token or anything is going to be able to handle millions of trades at a time. What assets do that? The only one I can think of is the Ripple Ledger because nobody else can move that kind of volume. Nobody else can. All right. Anyone else want to jump in? Now is the time. Who's online? Just a couple people. All right. Exactly. The liquidity's already been established. You know what, man? I really don't like Kahlua, man. It makes me sick to my stomach, dude. Kahlua's an interesting thing. I want to show you daily real quick. because this last move that XRP did was actually pretty technical. Up here we had a bunch of really odd moves. But if we step it down to the daily, we see that XRP started doing pretty solid technical retracements all the way down. I've already showed you on the weekly, but here's the daily. A tighter view, a 382 retrace and fail. When we see a 382 retrace and fail, we see a hard chart drop. We had a hard chart drop. All right, we had a top of the peak at the failure at 382 down. And what did that get us? A 618 retracement and fail. So it's going to be our new peak. And the next bottom, way down here. This one took a while. And another 618 failure and down. And this will be our new peak. And on this downfall, the 382 retrace and more down. And look, another 382 retrace and more down. So gnarly, bro. It's a terrible chart. And look at that. Another, this one was a 50 rejection. 50 continuation. 50 couldn't get broken. It's hitting resistance and support and dip again. This time, though, it actually had some support to hold, so it held for a bit. And it tried to make a move. This fib right here would have fooled a lot of people because I could see a trend line right here, right? This fib right here from this point down to here. Let's stretch this out so we can see it a little better. Would have made people think that this was a trend reversal from a downtrend to an uptrend. Now, if you had drawn you a trend line on the top, you'd have known we didn't break it. Right here, we just didn't do it. This is the first time I ever, was it August? Yeah, right here is the first time I ever bought XRP. I bought it right here at 32 cents, I think. It was like 32 cents or somewhere like that. And it, you know, it shot up here. And I almost doubled my money. And I remember talking to Andrew. And, hey, what's up, Darren? My G. $2 crew wrench. Bam. Darren, I'm not like other YouTube guys. When I have a mistake, I take a shot. Legit taking shots. Okay, I already had 2. When I make mistakes, I admit them. I'm not going to sit here and give you hopium. Morning, by the way. So this move right here, I bought. It took off. I remember texting Andrew, and Andrew's like, "Dude, have you checked the coin? Because I only used Coinbase back then. Felt like a fool. I only used Coinbase. I looked at my Coinbase, and my money went from, I think the first purchase I made was $25, and I went from there to 100, then 200. I ended up with about $400 in it. I checked it on Coinbase, and I had $800. It had doubled, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I made $400 in a couple days, and I felt really good, man. It felt really good, and that hooked me. So what did I do? I said, well, I'm going to wait on this thing to do its move, and when it does its move, I'll cash out. And from there, you know, guess what? It's been Dumpy Dumperson ever since. I didn't know how to chart. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just looking at stuff and guessing, essentially. Couldn't come up with a better plan. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just buying and holding like 99% of the world, okay? Meanwhile, what was this chart doing? Nothing but down. In fact, let's measure this real quick. For everyone who doesn't know, from the peak, XRP has lost to date. Can you read that? 97% of its value. 97% of its value. Do I need to make that more clear to you? 97% is a lot of percent. Y'all, you have been buying, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's crypto guys on YouTube, especially the ones with the most followers, especially the ones with the coolest graphics on their stream. Especially the ones who only say positive stuff. They've been buying since $3. And I have the proof. I'm not going to get into it and show you. But I know good and well that those same people have been buying since $3 and have been hyping themselves up since $3. And nothing good has happened. They have lost money and lost money. And in particular, one guy I know for a fact has $50,000 in crypto and is still in the hole. How can you have that much money in this and be in the hole? Well, quite simply, you bought the downtrend over and 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 over. Stop. Now I'm going to hop on TradingView here, and I'm going to hope to get a better view of what's been happening with, what's been happening with this entire fractal from the beginning. By the way, this is EZ's 3-for-1 special indicator. Anybody who's interested in these indicators who hasn't seen these videos before and wants to learn how to chart, we can shoot you over to our Discord. Our Discord channel has all of our videos of how to use every single indicator. And if you really, really want to learn and you really, really care, we can shoot you into our Telegram group. Our Telegram group goes over all this kind of stuff constantly. There's indicators in the files section. The files section has how to actually install the indicators. Everyone will be willing to help you. And these indicators are easy to do. And once you get them in, bam, you're solid. You can use these indicators for a lot. This indicator in particular is EMAs, the 8 and 21, which we use. The moving averages, the 50, 100, and 200. Number one indicator, not resistance lines. The number one indicator is moving averages. The number one charting tool is resistance lines. And also in this indicator strategy, there's the Bollinger Bands. And not only the Bollinger Bands, but he actually colored them for us in 2 different colors. Green for good, red for bad. Okay? Simple as that. Let's go to the weekly, and let's look and see why this thing is taken as long as it's taken. All right. By the way, in case you didn't know, this is not financial advice. Nothing that I do is financial advice. I simply chart for the masses and teach strategies. It's not that complicated, but a lot of people have a hard time understanding it. So I try to break it down the best I can. All right, so the Bollinger Bands, which is in another video, I can try to link it up. Well, I can't link it. Can I link it? It's not on YouTube, is it? I will host it on YouTube for everybody. Or do I host it on YouTube? Well, y'all, what does the $2 Crew think? Do I host it? That's one of the private videos on Google Drive. I know, Darren. It's good to have you on the live, brother. Darren has probably come farther than anybody. He started this and had no idea what he was doing. And now he's sharing charts and making people money. In a couple months, he went from nobody to throwing charts up and showing people what to do. In 2 months. So don't tell me you can't learn this. Don't tell me you don't understand. It's doable. You just have to have the willpower to do it, okay? You just have to have the willpower to do it. Question on that bull surge. Were 1.4 and 1.618 targets? Yes, they were. If you look at it, we'll go back over it one more time in a minute, Darth. We'll go back to the CoinTrader Pro chart and show you the 1618 was the first move it made, and it made it beautifully. I had them as targets after the fact because I didn't understand, but now I know. Absolutely, EJ. The interesting thing about the YouTube guys, real quick, is the tips. If you're not doing it for the tips, why do you have them turned on? Tell me that. If you're not doing it for the tips, why do you have them turned on? Why are you using Super Chat if it's not for the tips? You want tips. Otherwise, you wouldn't have it turned on. Don't set the tip bot up and then say, "Oh, I'm good on tips. I don't need any." That's untrue. That's an untrue statement. Okay? Not cool. I'm also going to change this layout a little bit. I thought about putting my tip bot QRC code up here, but I think it might get in the way. So I'm not sure. A lot of people don't have tip bot, so anybody who does is in the know. And for those that are in the know and I can help, if you want a tip, that's fine. I don't want anything from you guys in the 2 crew, or 2 crew. I don't want anything from you guys. You guys make me money. I don't need to ask for anything. So anyway, Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands when they're wide. Sorry, I get off on tangents. I'm just a dude. Sorry. When Bollinger Bands are wide, we tend to see sideways movements. That's if they get back inside the bands. So if we look right here, back on TradingView now. Right here, we were over top of the bands. Riding the top of the bands, which is great. But the problem is once we got inside the bands and broke and held, we moved sideways until these bands tighten again. When these bands finally tightened, what did the indicators look like? Well, I'll tell you. They've been going down for quite a while. Down on this indicator, down on this indicator. The stock went down and tried to come back up and do something. It actually broke the 40 line, which was a nice little fake out right here. But look, we didn't break and hold the 8. We did for one week. And then the very next week, it gave you a red candle, a double doji, and warned you. And the very next week, it dumped. Okay, so you'd have lost a little bit right here, and you would have got out, right? And then you would have waited. And it's been back under the 8 ever since. Until it got here. Came up over the 8, but it did it again. Back under the 8, over the 8, back under, over, and road. Anyway, the indicators showed us we were down. Now, it got a little tricky right here because we were near the midline. Okay? Right when these bands got tight, right here. See the cursor? Right here? At the midline, this thing could have turned up when these bands tightened. We were at the 50 MA. We broke under the 50. We were still under the 8. We broke under it. We had 2 resistance lines to break now. We got to break the 8 and we got to break the 50 and get over them and go. Neither of which happened, okay? Neither of which happened. When this happened, this was another sign to stop. Stop. You need to leave and get out. The price is 57 cents, okay? Stop. Stop. Who stopped? I can tell you right now that I know of at least 3 YouTube guys who bought right here at this point, and I've actually talked to them personally. I'm not going to name drop because you can figure out who they are on your own, but I know they bought at this point. 57 cents. 57 cents. We were at 11 cents a couple months ago. That's 80% from this point where my cursor is right now. All you had to do was pay attention to the indicators. Under the 50, under the 8, MACD pointing down, RSI pointing down, stock RSI pointing down. Let's add another one in there. Let's take the pivots off because we're not going to look at those right now. Obviously, we're under resistance. Let's throw up the money line, courtesy of Mullet, who's no longer with us. But he did give us the money line, which is awesome of him. And I wish he would come back. Whenever he does come back, I'll welcome him with open arms, man. He's just an interesting dude. He's not a man of many words, and he's just got his own little thing going on. So anyway, we were under the money line. When we're under the money line, we don't buy. We buy when we break the money line through the bands. We buy here. That would have been a nasty buy, wouldn't it? We were just over the 8. It broke the 8, broke the 50, broke the 100. This one right here would have lost you some money. I'd have bought this and lost some money. And then dump. Okay, I would have stopped after this happened and waited, and it would have went sideways some more. And eventually I would have stopped and said, man, there's got to be some other way here. There's got to be something else to tell me. Ooh, excuse me, it's almost 1 a.m. here. Oh no, it's 12 o'clock. Is it 12 o'clock? It's only 12 o'clock. Bro, we're going to be up for a while. At some point here, I would have got frustrated and stopped and said, okay, let's just wait a minute and ride this thing out. And let me see a monthly chart. And let me see a monthly reversal, and I'll buy again. Okay, but we never got that. We never got that. It was actually over the 200 right here on the week, which is sweet. We're over the 200. Nice. Well, now we're under the 200. And I've taught you before in moving average class that the 200 is the most important moving average. We're still under it on the week. Do you hear me? We're still under the 200 MA on the week. We are not in a bull move yet. I'm sorry. We're not in a bull move yet. Once we break the 200 and we're over the 8, then we're in a bull move. This is just sideways consolidation, just like it was right here in June 19, where we're measuring our fib from now. June 19 was the last time we broke moving averages with the 8, with the price over the 8. Let us measure. Sorry. Yep, look here. So down, we've broken our 50. We got hung up on the 618 right here. We're hitting moving averages like crazy. We haven't broken the moving average though. We got wicks popping up here on the weekly. At what point is this chart a down chart? And I'm going to tell you it's a down chart right now. It's not super down because it's between the 8 EMA and the 100. And we're going to have a pinch going on right here. We got a pinch going on. When this pinch is over, we're either going to get a pop up, but we got to deal with the 200. So this is going to take a while. But when we do break this 200, I got a feeling we're going to get stuck at the 786. And that's going to take a while. And then it's going to really take a while to get to this slop over here to get above the one line to 55 cents. This is not a quick move, everybody. We can test the fibs from back here to down here. Roughly the same. Let me see here. Yeah, see the one line and the 786 are pretty close to each other. But a more accurate representation currently. A more accurate representation currently is going to be this one because the 200 is going to be right in line with the 1 here. You see that? This 200 is going to keep moving sideways. And I think we're going to settle out on top of this 786 here over the 8. We're going to pinch and pop up. And when we do pop up, we're going to get stuck under this one. And then we got to deal with it. Okay. The good news is we turn these candles off here. Look at the moving averages. Whoops. I'm an idiot. In the moving averages class, we taught. Let's see if I can turn the Bollinger Bands off for a second. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Just for a second. So looking at the moving averages, let's turn the EMAs off too. We'll just do the moving averages for a minute. Here. There we go. They're flattening out here. When we see moving averages flatten out in order, red, blue, yellow, 200, 150 over top of each other, 200 top, 100 middle, 50 in the bottom, this is good news. Okay? I like this. When we see this and we see our bands tighten and we're over the 8, we usually get a positive reaction from this particular setup on the moving averages. This took forever on the daily to happen, okay? Forever. Correct. You're right, Darth. We would need this 200 to come down a little bit. Just a touch. We needed to flatten out on the 1. That means we need the price to go sideways or down. And I know you don't want to hear that. But that's the truth, okay? XRP does not have the best looking chart, folks. I'm sorry. That's all there is to it. I wish it did. I would love to tell you that it did. I own a lot of XRP. So much so that I've even considered taking it out because I'm a 2%er now. And I'm thinking, do I take my 2% out and use it for somewhere else? Because I feel like somewhere else would be a better play. Okay? That's about it for XRP chat. Okay, I'm going to show you something else now that I think's a lot better. Let's pull all of our indicators back up here. I don't like to mess with them. My indicators are dope. Thank you to EZ for creating them for this particular one. And shout out to Mullet whenever you come back, bro. For the money line, I use it every day. That's my number one. Or not number one, I'll take that back. One of my go-to indicators. This is the money line down here, by the way. It's really simple. And I show how to use it in another video. It's actually showing good right now. But this could go sideways. We don't really know. It's just it's a trend indicator. So let's show some good looking charts. Real quick, like. What do you say? Digibyte? What say you, Digibyte? Give me some candles. There we go. Well, Digibyte doesn't have very much fractal. VET's got some more. This is a much, much better looking chart. Now, as you see from June 19 to the bottom and back up, look how far up we are. We're underneath the 1414 line. Now, what did I just show you? Let's do split screen here, and I'll show you now, actually. What Poloniex. That ain't what I wanted to do, folks. Go back to VET over here. Coins that are ahead. VET. Now you come over here to me. I'm going to switch you to weekly. Boy, I got a lot of lines drawn on that. That looks ugly. Give me my regular chart. Okay. All right. So if we pull the same fib from June 19 here. Oh, that's 2020. That's not even the right one. Back here's June. Okay. You'll see that we are nowhere near that on XRP. Yeah, we're over the 618 and curling down. I want you to look at VET. In the same time frame from June here, from June here down, it blew right through everything and went all the way to 1414. So VET is way up here, okay? I hate to break it to you, but that's a better looking chart than XRP. All day long, every day of the week, 10 out of 10. That's a better looking chart than XRP. Does that mean XRP sucks? No. In the real world, XRP has a top level use case. So does VET. The thing is, VET didn't have as much resistance, so it's free to move much faster and much quicker, and the moves are sharper. And that's just the way it is. VET has way less resistance. XRP has it on all time frames, more resistance. Sorry, it is what it is. We also have a lot of other coins that have already done their move. Let's go back to here to single view again. Just wanted to show you that real quick on how bad the XRP chart looks compared to others. We'll go back to coins that have already done their move. The last video I did was on OMG. I want you to look at OMG. Look at that move. She's gone with the wind. And we'll even pull it up over here. OMG. More data on CoinTrader. But from here to down there. $1,414 and bounce. It had did this month so far. It did 426%. Where were y'all at? Where were y'all at? I know where our group was. Where were y'all? The rest of the world, what were y'all doing? Let's pull up the monthly here. Sometimes the percentages are different on TradingView and CoinTrader. But this one's still pretty accurate. 450, 500. And this one was roughly the same. 425, 440, something like that. Okay? Get with it, folks. This is going to happen. We're going to have this happen. This has so much less resistance than XRP. So much less. And there's nothing we can do about that except roll with it, okay? So let's deal with it. Now that we know it, do we keep our money in XRP and leave it on the ledger? I'm determined to not mess with that money, but I have a good many thousands of dollars sitting there wasting away that I feel like I could put somewhere else. I feel like if I put that in any one of these coins that have already went, that I would have a better chance of going, like Link or XTZ, VET, all these that are available easily on Binance US that now is open to Florida. I feel like I'd have a better chance of holding those. And I know that sucks to hear, but is what it is. Because I own so much XRP and not other ones, that's a mistake on me. That's a shot. This is what you do when you don't buy the right coins. Hey, Keith, you should buy some Link. Hey, Keith, you should buy VET. Hey, Keith, you should buy ADA. Don't worry about XRP. You should buy XLM. You should buy something else other than XRP, because XRP has more resistance. And, you know, if you didn't watch so much crypto Twitter, then you would have knew that XRP was not the one to go first. But I didn't listen. So, number 3. Whoa. All right. 3 down. Breathing fire. All right. So now that I've shown you this, I'm going to give everybody one free tip, because I know y'all guys already know this over here in the $2 crew, but the rest of the world doesn't. Okay. I feel like it's our obligation as top level teachers to give the world some information. Okay. I think the world needs to know about ENQ. I really do. So, look at this chart. You're going to look at that and go, holy shit, that's the ugliest chart I've ever seen in my life. Well, let me correct you. Show me the monthly resistance. There is none. This thing is free to run. What little resistance that it did maybe have on the monthly is already gone. There's only weekly resistance on this chart. I will chart it for you now. I don't know how many people's going to watch this video. 50. Whoever's not in the $2 crew and watches this is going to look at this and go, this guy's not a fucking clue what he's talking about. And I don't believe him. But that's fine. I don't need you to believe me. I'll say I told you so. I don't like to do that, but I'll say I told you so whenever I pull this trade and make the money out and show everybody, the world, the percentages of increase I made. 4,225% is available on ENQ. If you were to put $100 into that times 4,225%, that's $4,225 for a $100 bill. $4,225 for $100. What am I supposed to say to you to get you to do it? Well, I can't make you do it, but I will show you that there are some weekly resistance lines in here. That's the only bad news on ENQ. And I don't really think it's bad news. There's one. How about two? I have a third. Maybe a fourth right here. That's it. That's all she wrote, folks. And ENQ's got a 4,000 plus percent return. 3 shots, sorry. 4,000 plus percent return. If we go over to TradingView and we check the same thing, sometimes the percentages are different. It still shows roughly the same amount of percentage increase. Obviously, you see how much I have there. Let's go ahead and chart this out, and I'll show you how I do each one. I've actually got this written down already. I'm going to use my little cheat sheet here. Me and the $2 crew, 786 Assassins. Already went over this because they're badasses. Yeah, we said 6,000% to the 1618. First move would be 50%, and the second move would be 550 or 350, and the third move would be 550. So let's just be realistic and say 4,800% target. This is the way I chart every single coin. I don't know why it didn't save for me, and that's fine. I'll just redo it live for everybody so you can see how we do it. I didn't click on this. I didn't click on that either. What the hell happened? I hit the back button a bunch. What the hell? Reload. Chart went full crazy on me. There we go. ENQ. There we go. Let's put our lines back up. It didn't save any of that. I guess it just glitched on us. Whatever. We'll run through it one more time. We would have ran that fib and the money line break and scouted. Absolutely, Darth, we would have if we didn't do it right. I need the time to stack. You're correct, EJ. We're building stacks right now. Andrew and Dan killed it on the OMG trades. You guys don't know that on here that aren't one of the 786 Assassins. But the leverage trading has been crazy stupid on there. And a couple of the guys have hit friggin' home runs, man. Badass dudes who ain't playing around. They ain't playing around. They're out there killing it. Y'all know who y'all are. For the most part, I stopped leverage trading because I just have so much other stuff trading wise going on between this and the teaching, building graphics that you see up here now, because we got these sweet graphics that I didn't have before. Darren, what do you think about the graphics, bro? Right, Sam. Phone the charts. I know, man. Does that to me occasionally, bro. So that's all the weekly lines. And we're going to do a 4,800% target. Okay. Worst case scenario, how much do we lose? Right here's the floor. Monthly support. Okay. In blue. That's our absolute floor line. That's as low as it's going to go. 0.06 cent. 0.006 cent, like a half a cent. So we could lose a lot of money. I don't have a whole lot in it, as you see, just a couple $100. But if that money goes up, I stand to make a large percentage, and I'm willing to risk that small amount, a couple hundred, for large gains. I think this will be the first move that you see right here toward this resistance line. That's why I drew this purple box. I wanted to chart it on the daily and try to get a little bit better angle on it. Roughly 200%. I think it'll be the first big move that it makes. Yeah, you heard me right. I like 200% over here. Why does it keep doing that shit? $200%. 200% from here to the 1414 line if it breaks these other resistance lines on the weekly. It may take a couple weeks to do this 200% move. I'm cool with that. Now, world, I'm not going to tell you that you should buy this because it's your money. You should do what you want. It's your money. Do what you want. Okay? But what I am going to tell you is there's a high probability that for a few dollars risk, you can stand to make a lot of reward. It's your money. Do what you want. I'm telling you how I'm investing my money. You see how much money I have in here. Feel free to make your own choice. This is not my main target. Up here is my target. That's my target. We get up there. Now we're talking about Keith will be a very happy fella. Keith will be a very happy fella. Okay? I would like it very much. I can afford a lot of things if this does this. Okay? Just this one move alone will make me a 1%er on XRP. Okay? Just this one move alone will make me a 1%er. And then I don't have to ever buy any more XRP ever again. I can buy something else. Which was my whole goal to begin with. Now that we think about it and we're sitting here talking about it, maybe we don't buy any more XRP like this. Maybe we buy something else. You know what I mean? So, up for debate. Anyway, okay, so we've went over XRP and the downfall. We've went over a couple other coins and how their fractals looked and how they made a move from June 19. We've went over how you can make a lot of money if you're willing to risk it. And it's not my money, it's your money. You make your own choice. I gave you a free chart that I think has a tremendous opportunity. It's your opportunity to take or not take. There are tons of other tokens out there. There are tons of other charts for you to look at, to understand, to read. Knock yourself out. I'm cool with whatever you want to do. Just know that XRP is not the best chart. When it crosses all-time high, over $4, then we can talk. Okay? but hasn't done that yet. A lot of other coins had, XRP has not. All right, so with that, thank you to the $2 crew. Y'all are badasses. I appreciate everything y'all do. If I ever do get the super chat up, what I thought about doing was taking the super chat and doing a lottery every month with whatever super chat money's in there. And I'll do the random number game. I'll give everybody a number. I'll do the random number game and draw a number. And whoever the number hits, they get whatever super chat money came in that month. This way, it's not my money. Okay? I don't want your guys' money. I want everybody else to be wealthy with me. I trust my charts. I hope everybody trusts their own. If you trust your chart the way I trust my chart, we're all going to make a lot of money together, okay? And I can take this money that we have. If y'all do super chat tips, I'll just take it, bundle it up. We'll do a random giveaway, and we'll give that money to someone in the group. And if we can get new people in the group, we'll give that money to the new people. Or I'll buy the token of your choice and give them that money via the token. Okay? And then they can use that to chart with, or they can sell it, or whatever they want. Okay? What do you guys think about that? Let me give y'all a second to comment here. I like bread too, but the chart don't look that great. It's a 3. It's in the red over here. You see that? Frank? Hey, where your kid at? He ain't on here? Sorry ass Christian. Hey, thank you, Darth. I appreciate the hell out of y'all, man. What y'all guys think about doing that with the random giveaway? I know there's a delay, so I'm trying to give y'all a couple seconds. The only problem with doing this on YouTube Live is that it's got a delay, and I can't control that. Discord does not have that delay. However, the bitrate is far better on YouTube than it is on Discord. So I think I'm going to stick with this YouTube. You see the template I got. What do y'all think about the template? Is that dope? I made the template. Andrew made the logo. Andrew deserves all the credit for the logo. He just sent it to me, and I was like, the fuck? That's dope as hell, dude. How did you do that? And he didn't say shit back to me. Because his sorry ass is a millennial, and he don't text back like, you know, how millennials do. I think I have to have so many more views for Super Chat to even get opened. So oh, flip the screen so you can see the logo. All right, hang on. Here we go. You ready? Yeet. Now see, what I was going to do was take this and move this over here. Put it inside here a little bit better. But what I noticed was, I don't know how long I'm going to sit here and have this screen up and just talk to y'all. Okay? This seems whack. Just to sit here and talk and not say anything back. That seems whack as shit to me. Now, we could do this if you guys want. And I'll sit here and chart with you all day long. Just seems weird. You know what I mean? Just seems weird. Or I could take the other stuff and I could flip it and do it different. And I could just like half a screen up here. But you wouldn't be able to see the chart really well if I did that. Okay, so I had this layout, and I thought this layout's pretty dope. That's cool. But do I leave it like this or not? And then I thought, maybe I don't leave it like this. So I haven't fully decided yet. I don't know. One of them things. I'm going to put this screen on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the stream up, and I'll set it up, and I'll leave it on for the stream, and I'll just have the camera turned off, and it'll say this up here, and I'll put, well, I can't put anything else up there. I just leave this on, and we'll put in the comments, y'all guys can just comment back and say, hey, look, the stream will be up later, or we'll be starting the stream later. But I thought it was really cool. Andrew made that logo. I didn't know how he did it or what he did, but I thought it looked cool. So obviously, I wanted it to say no hope, you're only TA. If anybody wants to waste time on my Facebook looking at stupid shit, they can. Obviously, I troll on Twitter often, and you guys know the Discord channel. So, also, if y'all want to share this shit to Facebook to try to get us some more people in here, some new students. I would love to have some new students. The more new students we can get, the better. We can teach anybody anything, and then we can make one person. Just think if each one of us in the group got one person in, and then that one person made $1 million, and you made a millionaire out of somebody, even if they never give you $1 for it, if they never give you any credit for it, doesn't matter. You created a millionaire. All you did was be helpful. In a shitty world that we live in, where everybody's being dicks to each other, think of the good that you could do. And you don't have to give any money. All you got to do is get somebody new in here, and get the ball rolling on getting somebody in here that can help out. We all help each other. That's the really cool thing about the group, man. The assassins all help each other. The assassins all put in work. The assassins all kick ass and take names. And I appreciate the hell out of all y'all. So anyway, that'll be it for the stream. I appreciate y'all guys. We'll catch y'all guys in the Telegram group. Peace.